Now, our top story. A group of MPs is calling for compulsory sex and relationship classes in primary schools to give children the information they need to keep them safe from abuse.
In a separate report today, the Children's Commissioner says lessons about age-appropriate relationships should be mandatory, and it warns local authorities are still failing to identify children at risk, particularly from exploitation. Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, is in Rotherham, where, as we know, more than 1,000 children that we know of were abused there. Richard, both reports say sex education is crucial now.
Yes, they do. They say it's crucial for self-protection round there, and the reason for that is that there are lessons, of course, to be learned from the failures of the councillors, the officials and the authorities here to protect hundreds of children. But the MPs and the Children's Commissioner believe that if children are given the right lessons early on, they would then start to work out what is right and what is wrong in their own lives. So compulsory sex education, or personal social health education as it's known in some schools, if it were compulsory, they reckon that it would just give them that armour that they would need to battle through an ever-changing world. Whether it's the threat of internet grooming, bullying or sexting, following widespread child abuse scandals, the need to equip young minds, even in primary schools, with knowledge about potential dangers has never been stronger, says the Education Select Committee.
It needs curriculum time, it needs teacher training, it needs attention and focus from schools, and without statutory status, we couldn't see how that could effectively be delivered.
The Children's Commissioner says without compulsory sex education, youngsters could be at risk of sexual predators. Others claim it's a parent's role.
They're the experts on their own child. They know when their child is ready to hear about sexual matters.
The government says it will consider carefully calls for sex and relationship lessons to be made a greater priority. Richard Gaisford, Good Morning Britain.